Iberianlawyer celebrates today the Labor Awards at the Hotel Villamagna in Madrid, the event in which the best labor law professionals are awarded. This is what we have talked with some of the winners.
So which will you say is the clue to be the lawyer of the year?
I think there is not only one clue, but several clues. I think that probably first is hard work, of course, but very, very important, good team, good people with you, surrounding you. But the most important is honesty and being surrounded by good people, good persons. I think that's all.
So which will you say is the biggest clue to have one of the best labor departments?
It is very important to understand that in addition to the deep analysis of the matters in order to give responses with quality, the ownership in order to take the decisions with the company, it is something that is taking a lot of value in the last years and in the future is going to be very decisive. Second point is I think that it's important to have a very good team players, not only individual perspective in order to give very good solutions in the different categories of work, different kind of seniority that is required by the client. And the third point, I think that it is important as well the delivery. Sometimes the Spanish market was with some lawyers that only translated analysis that is really very important in order to have a very good quality in the analysis, but in order to have a good delivery and to be pragmatic in the solutions, I think that is something very appreciated by the clients. And finally, to enjoy the profession. Sometimes the people don't like to have lawyers that are complying with something in order to reach the solutions every day in a heavy situation. No, you have to enjoy the profession and to have somebody that really is with you in order to comply with the goal of having a very good team player with the company as well, not only with the lawyers.
It's the biggest challenge that the Labour Department has faced this year.
I have to point out two challenges. On one hand, we will always have talent acquisition, but on the other side, in this specific sector, I would say that it's always challenging to have the teams updated because we have an always evolving legislative background, and so having the teams updated in these terms, it's always a good challenge.
So which advice would you give a young lawyer which is now starting in the labor sector?
Wow, I think that every lawyer should be himself or herself in any case, but in order to be a good labor lawyer, apart from knowing the labor legislation, the most important thing is to be able to connect with people. It must be people-oriented, to be able to negotiate with the trade unions, to be able to perceive how employees can challenge the different situations, and in general, I think that to be people-oriented, definitely. Be open and be creative in order to interpret the law. We have a very changing law, and it's very important not only to be updated, but also to be able to interpret how to apply that very changing law. I think that's the most important thing, yeah.
So which will you define as your biggest challenge this year as a labor lawyer?
Well, I've merged my own firm with AGM Abogados last month of September in order to manage the labor and employment department here in our Madrid office. So we are currently building all the business and introducing to all the new clients, and we want to grow up the department and be a reference in Madrid.
So which will you say is the clue to be the best labor lawyer?
Well, I think that nowadays your clients expect you to be a real expert in the sense that, of course, you need to know about a lot of matters that are going on in the labor market now. But being an expert and caring about your clients, focusing on what the business exactly needs, that's what clients are focused on, and that's what makes you be a good lawyer. And of course, having a very good team. I think that if you can prove to your clients that you and your team are a team themselves, meaning that you can team within and you can team with the client. That is going to be probably it's going to be a success, I guess, and I think that's what client expects, and that's what I would definitely expect from an external lawyer.
So which will you say is the biggest challenge labor lawyers are facing nowadays?
I think that a very big challenge is in relation to the new working schedule. Most of the companies are really concerned about this, how to reorganize all the shifts, and also the digital disconnection.
So which will you say is the clue to be the best labor lawyer?
Well, I think there are several key points that you need to take into consideration to be a very good lawyer here in Spain. I would say first point is that you need to be very technical. Labor law is very complicated. You have new rulings, new regulations, new case law. So it's very important to be updated every day. And second point, you need to be very close to the client. You need to understand the client. You need to be with him. Okay, because here in Spain, relationships are very conflictive. So you need to be not just an external lawyer, you need to be part of the team. And for me, this is essential to be a very good lawyer in labor law in Spain.